Hi there, welcome back to another Crypto Dave video. It's Friday, which means another crypto interest rates and news update. Today is the 24th of September 2021. And apologies again that I didn't get the video out last week. I was actually away on holiday last week. I got back at the beginning of this week, so it was nice to get away, recharge the batteries a little bit, but have been a little bit out of the kind of loop. So probably a slightly shorter video than normal today, but we'll go over the main bits and pieces. There were a load of stories that I kind of bookmarked that I can't kind of find now that have happened over the last kind of couple of weeks, but we'll go through a few bits and we'll back to our regular upload schedule from now on. So back to the weekly upload schedule, and as always, let's start by taking a look at any new interest rates and coins. And I updated this today, so I made a lot of changes a few days ago to the Celsius rates. There were a number of rates here that had dropped down to 0.5 as a kind of base. So we've got stuff like kind of Kyber Network, we've got Decentraland, there's a few at 1% as well, Stellar and a few others. So I've updated these. I think they are all accurate as of now. There are another couple that are not available to the US as well, which I had inadvertently added in. So you've got Terra Luna here, which I believe isn't available in the US but is available internationally. And then you've got Tether Gold and Wrapped Gold there as well. The Swissborg rates, I've updated those today. They've dropped, unfortunately, again, only a little tiny amount, but continue to trend downwards, which is really disappointing. I know they've got some big kind of plans to sort of have, I think, a variety of kind of rates available. So a sort of like a sort of steady sort of rate, a very safe and steady rate, which I imagine will be these rates, and then a more aggressive kind of rate for people that don't mind a little bit more risk. I'm not quite sure when that's going live, but we will be interested to see how that affects them, because the rates of Swissborg, I know we talk about this pretty much every week, but continuing to go down. Even their own Swissborg token, CHSB, actually dropped a little bit. And as you can see here, I mean, you've got stablecoin rates less than 4% for a base regular kind of user, which is really quite poor, less even than the flexible amounts on crypto.com, which is saying something. I've also changed some of the rates for Nexo, so I've updated this Doge rate. We'll be talking about this in a minute, but I believe this is accurate. It's very difficult to get the information because I'm listing here, so this is earning in kind, the base amount, and then 10% or more Nexo, which puts you into the gold category. But it's very difficult because they give you the sort of like the maximum kind of rates you can kind of earn without giving the full breakdowns on their site. I can't find a table with the exact breakdowns. I logged into my site. It seems to suggest that if I deposited Doge, because I'm a silver level member, I don't hold that many Nexo tokens, I will be getting 0% interest. I don't know if that is actually kind of right. I would only be earning if I chose to be paid out in Nexo, and then I'll get 2%. So I believe that the gold and platinum users would be 1% without those, or earning in kind rather, and then 3% earning in Nexo. So I'm not sure if they are correct. If anybody has any insights or a full table maybe tucked away on their site somewhere where it gives you all the information, not just the bit in the earn section, that would be really good. But then moving on, having a look at the token prices. It's been a really bad week for Bitcoin, unfortunately. We had a really big pullback a few days ago. It was about 3 or 4 days ago. Went down, touched 40,000. I think we went below 40,000 a little bit, and we seem to be climbing back up. So I think we touched 45,000 earlier today before another big pullback today. We were down at under 41,000. Currently, when I'm recording this video, 41,250. But I thought we might wick down even to 40,000. We seem to stop around 40,500, but it's at a really kind of low position, so it's been a bit disappointing. We had this really big pullback, and we had all the, the Evergrande news and stuff like that, and then we seem to be recovering. But then, about 3 hours ago, really big pullback again. So we'll have to see what happens with this going forward over the weekend potentially, and the beginning of next week. But in terms of the token price, you can see crypto.com and Nexo having pretty poor weeks, down 7% more than Bitcoin. Celsius Network, Swissborg, and Yield particularly is having a decent week, down 2.6%, but when Bitcoin's down 14.1%, performing a lot better than that. Had a really nice run up over the last few days. And Swissborg and Celsius, after a few poorish kind of weeks really, outperforming Bitcoin substantially, so nice to see those getting a little bit of traction as well. And then moving on to some stories. So first, we've got the Dogecoin sale. I believe this was available before to exchange within the app, but they've now enabled deposits and withdrawals for Doge directly into the Nexo application. You can earn on it, and you can also use it for crypto-backed loans, I believe, now as well. So that's all fully live on Nexo. You can read all about it here. As always, links to all these stories will be in the description below. So you've got the earn, you've got the borrowing with the crypto-backed loans, the instant crypto-backed loans, and then you've got the exchanging as well on the exchange. And they're pushing, actually next, so they're pushing their exchange quite heavily at the moment. It's nice to see a lot of these kind of platforms. I know Celsius still doesn't have it, but BlockFi have a fairly rudimentary one, so does Ledden. And nice to see Nexo. It's a slightly more full-featured exchange on Nexo. Maybe not quite as good as Crypto.com that have a legitimate proper exchange, but it's nice. Really, I think particularly as we go towards the final sort of third of this year, and hopefully a really nice run up in the final quarter, that you can actually maybe be exchanging or using the exchanges within these kind of platforms rather than having to withdraw your crypto to another exchange, waiting for withdrawal times in certain cases and stuff like that in order to exchange. So really nice that they have now enabled that in most of these exchanges. As I said, Celsius is a little bit of an exception, but the Nexo one, they are pushing quite heavily. They're pushing the sort of zero fees and stuff like that. Now, whenever they say zero fees, you tend to lose on the kind of spread. Certainly the case within BlockFi and Ledden to a certain extent as well, where you pay a little bit more on the spread, but no fees. But yeah, nice that Doge is available for those who are holding Doge. As I said, you'll have to make sure you have either been paid out in Nexo or have enough Nexo tokens on the platform to make the most of this, but a maximum of 3% on Doge for Nexo now. And then moving on to another story, we've got something here that we've covered a few times. So this is the securities update. So this has been sort of like dragging on for a few months now. I believe initially it was the 1st of September. That was then pushed back to October, November. Now it's been pushed back to December. And this is basically the New Jersey Bureau of Securities. They are in negotiations at the moment with BlockFi as to whether users within New Jersey should be able to use the earn feature. So this is purely the earn feature within BlockFi. Now we've had since then a similar call from New Jersey with Celsius, so that I believe isn't due to be resolved until next February, so a little bit longer for that. That's also true of Texas as well. So Texas and New Jersey both going after Celsius, and New Jersey going after BlockFi. Now I think these will all be kind of sort of agreed somehow. I don't think we'll get to the point where you'll lose services. It's only members in New Jersey, but it's been pushed back again to the 1st of December. So if you were worried, if you are in New Jersey, that's been pushed back now another couple of months. You've got another couple of months of leeway before anything potentially happens. And as I said, the Celsius case, I believe, is due to run until the beginning of February, when they kind of come back with a result. It wouldn't surprise me as we move into the next couple of months for this to be pushed back again into the new year. We'll see what happens. And then another story for BlockFi. This is quite nice to see. So LinkedIn did a top 50 US companies on the rise. So this is a top startups list, and BlockFi are actually number 28 on the list. So this is a load of companies, not just crypto companies, obviously. This is all kind of companies, and it's been run by LinkedIn. So BlockFi ranked 28th best startup to work at in the US over the last year. So that's nice to see. Nice to see a crypto company, a pure crypto company, being recognised in this way alongside regular kind of companies. So nice to see that. And then moving back to Nexo very quickly, we've got, and I've covered this in the past, that they were going to do this, that they were going to be doing an audit. It's more an attestation than an audit, but they're going to be doing this audit from Armanino, I should say, LLP, and this is the same company that Ledden have used to do their proof of reserves as well. Now, what's slightly different about the Nexo one is that it's a real-time attestation, and you can click on this link here. It takes you through to here. It doesn't really give you a huge amount of information unless you download the report, which is more interesting, but it basically just says that they have more than 100% of their liabilities covered by assets. So I don't know how much use this is in kind of a real time. I don't know how accurate this could be in real time, with so many plates spinning, with deposits and withdrawals happening all the time, and I imagine money being lent out and recovered from third parties all the time as well. I don't know how this can be done in real time, really. I don't know how accurate this is, but I applaud Nexo, just as I have done with Ledden, who have just released in August their second a full kind of audit from this same company. So I think any company that opens up its books and tries to be more transparent is a really good thing. I'd really like to see it from Celsius, because I know there's a huge amount of rumours roaming around about how much rehypothecation of loans and stuff like that they actually kind of carry out. So that would be really interesting to see. I think that is the one I would like to see most. But yeah, really nice that Nexo have now launched this, or they've now announced that. It just happened kind of yesterday, so you can go through, as I said, you can jump in here and check it, but you can download the full report as well and read through that. So nice that that's been done. Now that wraps up this week. As I said, a little bit of a shorter video than normal, but I'm sort of back in the swing of things now. I've only really been back in the office the last kind of couple of days and been catching up on various bits and pieces. But I'll be back with a full update video next Friday. I've got some more videos planned as well, which hopefully will be coming out at the beginning of next week. And then obviously the monthly roundup, revenue roundup, which will be next week as well. So thanks very much for watching. As always, as I say, links to all these stories are in the description below. If you can give me a thumbs up, that would be fantastic. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Look after yourselves. Have a great day, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye bye.